Hello, my YouTube nation. How are we all doing today, tonight, depending on what time you're watching this? Over here is 2:30 in the morning, but I wanted to make a quick review of Dragon Ball Superheroes, the anime, the first arc, the arc, Prison Planet arc, and cause funny story, when this anime started 2 years ago, I watched the first episode, the Goku versus Goku episode, and I was very disappointed. I thought that the fight between the two Gokus was disappointing me so much when I'm like, okay, this fight literally lasted like 45 seconds. I was like, okay, I'm not watching this. And then the whole episode was like 8 minutes, and I'm like, this is really the anime that essentially replaced Dragon Ball Super because Dragon Ball Super had already ended. So I decided not to watch it anymore. But now 2 years later, I decided to give it another shot with all these episodes out. So I literally decided I'm like, let me watch this again, give it another go. I know there's like 20 episodes out right now, so I was like, maybe if I watch so many episodes, in a row, it'll feel like a movie. It won't feel so much like an 8 episode, 8 minute episode, So I went to the first episode and I was once again disappointed by Goku versus Goku. I'm like, wow, what a waste. What a waste of a great concept. But whatever. Their fight lasted 45 seconds and I was not very impressed. But to be honest, I was hooked. I was hooked watching this because watching the 6 episodes all in a row, it felt epic. And I knew a lot of bunker stuff goes on in this anime, but to watch it, I was very hyped as a fan to see SS4 Goku again. I think SS4 is one of the coolest transformations when it comes to design. I was very excited to see SS4 Goku, SS4 Vegeta. I was like, wow, yo, this like Dragon Ball GT up in here. And I was very excited. I was very excited and I was excited. I seen Cooler. He went golden Cooler. I was like, wow, this is I was geeking out as a Dragon Ball fan. I'm like, yo, this is some cool stuff here. This is some awesome, great stuff. And you have Cumber, who's the one of the villains here in this first arc. I'm assuming in the next arc, cause spoilers. I'm gonna speak spoilers in here. This is 2 years old. He survives. And seeing him go grade ape, like when was the last time we seen somebody go into a grade ape form in Dragon Ball? And I was just geeking out as this stuff was happening, and we seen Vegito again. Blue he did Kaioken, and it was great. And seeing Vegito, listen, when it comes to fusion, Vegito has always been my favorite fusion out of Gogeta, Vegito, Gotenks, whatever fusion you want to talk about. To me, Vegito's always been the dopest one. So I was a fan when he came back in Dragon Ball Super to fight Samazu, and to see him here again, I was like, this is dope. And then he did Kaioken. He did the final Kamehameha, which he did in Dragon Ball Super, and he does in the games. That was dope. But then we saw Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, and I was like, yo, this is crazy. And he's just whooping some ass, and I'm like, yo, I'm really digging this now because granted, Goku versus Goku disappointed the hell out of me, but the rest of the fights were great. Again, if you watch it all together, they feel like epic fights. They really did, and Vegito just was amazing to me. Now in this arc, they're fighting this Saiyan Gokumber. He's not the main villain, but he is one of the major villains. Not the main one though, and he's an evil Saiyan. That's all they really say. They don't say much of a backstory to him. Maybe later on they will. And the first thing I noticed when I saw him, he reminds me of Broly. He really does remind me of Broly, and that's not a bad thing. I love Broly's character design. I've always have both the Super and the DBZ version. But Cumber, he was very powerful. I will say that. He was whooping ass. He destroyed Goku. He literally put him to sleep. He fought Vegito Blue, and he didn't lose. He kept on fighting, And at one point, he goes and he creates one of those fake moons, and he turns into a great ape. And I was like, yo, again, I started geeking out over this because I'm like, when's the last time we seen somebody go great ape form at this point? They haven't done that in forever that I remember. This form has not been used in a long time, probably since GT. 'Cause I don't think it's ever been used in Super. And I was amazed how awesome he looked. It was just great. It really was great. And then he fought, SS4 Vegito as well. He ain't got much of a personality, that's for sure. He wants to fight and fight. And that's I guess that's fine, but he ain't got much character when it comes to, character development. That's just what he's there for. He wants to fight. But he's a powerful character. I liked him. They sold him to me that he was powerful. The way he was taking infusion and all this, I was like, wow, this is amazing. So, besides Cumber, there is another thing I want to talk about, and that's Cooler. Now, I've always really liked Cooler's character. I've always have wished they would bring him into canon since his movies aren't canon. Cooler's Revenge and Return of Cooler, which are both dope, especially Cooler's Return. That second movie is just friggin' amazing. And I seen them in the very first episode. They show him at the end, they tease him. But I did not see coming that he was actually working with the good guys. I didn't see that coming. But then he went and got a golden form. Now, granted, again, this is not canon. So, what's happening here, it doesn't really matter. They can just do whatever the hell they want. But he literally just said, if my brother can do it, so can I. And then just powered up into golden form. And I was like, it took Frieza how many months to achieve this form? And Cooler just said, I'm gonna try. Essentially, I'm gonna try. And he just did it. Now, this was an awesome moment because I love Cooler. My boy Castle has been whooping me with Cooler lately in Dragon Ball Fighters. Whenever he picks them, we've been having good matches. Check out those streams. But back to the topic of heroes, I was a fan of this because I'm like, yes, Cooler, Golden Cooler, this is awesome. But you guys wasted it. He didn't really do anything of importance with this form. I was like, well, that's a waste. Awesome, but a waste. Now, the main villain, Fu, that's a weird name. He, I can't really say much about him. His plan doesn't even make too much sense. He gets these fighters to fight so he can get all this energy to break this seal. But at one point, when Cumber was whooping some ass, it's a great ape. He just walked in, powered up, took the moon's energy, and brought him down to normal size. Because I guess they were making too much of a mess in the fight. So when he powered up, he looked very cool. I thought he looked very cool. But I'm like, that doesn't make sense. He wants them to fight, but I guess now they're using too much power. So that makes no sense. But I can't really say much about him. He was happy to see them fight. He was like, fight, yes, keep fighting. Besides that, right now, I can't say anything else about him. Maybe later on there's more to him. But right now, that's all I can say. SS4 Goku and Vegeta, they're looking for him. That's what they're there for. Time Patrol. And last but not least, we saw Ultra Instinct Goku. Not just regular Ultra Instinct. It was the white hair one, so he was a mastered Ultra Instinct. And I was like, yo, this is dope. Because I love that form. I love that form for Goku. I wish we get more with him. And I was so excited when he did it. It was a funny moment because Goku had been sleeping after Cumber took him out for a while. Vegeta's like, Kakarot, how much more do you plan to be sleeping? And then he woke up, Ultra Instinct. And then he fought Cumber as Ultra Instinct. And he beat him. That's all I can say. He beat him. While everybody retreated because I guess the planet was getting destroyed, blowing up, Planetnomic style. He just beat him. And I was like, okay. Like, it was awesome to see Ultra Instinct, but, you know, Vegito Blue couldn't do it. Vegito SS4 couldn't do it. You know, you got Golden Cooler, everybody here, but he just did it with ease. Goes to show you how powerful this Ultra Instinct is. Again, this ain't really canon, but it just shows you. It shows you. And I loved it. I loved every minute of it. So let's go into final verdicts. Overall, great stuff, good fights. Again, Goku versus Goku was a big, big letdown. The animation is great for a promotional anime, not a technical anime. It's great. It's great. Now, the downside were the Goku versus Goku. Golden Cooler was underutilized, and regular Vegeta really did absolutely nothing. Those are the negatives. So overall, 8 out of 10.